Hello gamers, and welcome back to some WARNO content on my channel. I'm still a bit delayed with my content, and here we are taking a first look at the 2nd Infantry Division, 2nd British Division in the game, and it's actually kind of like an airborne division a bit. Let's take a look at the activation slots. Pretty standard logistics tab. Infantry, obviously you have quite a few slots. Artillery seems okay. Tank, quite costly, but you do get some nice options. Recon quickly gets quite expensive, unfortunately. AA is rather cheaply available with regards to slots. You get some helicopter options and also at least 3 cheapish slots. And then the Air Force is quite costly rather quickly. Let's go through the tabs. In the logistics tabs you've got your Bedford, and you get a Puma supply helicopter, which is new. It's got 1,500 supply as opposed to the Bedford with 1,000. Yeah, I think so. With regards to amount of supply, this is better. Obviously there will be more patches with forward operation bases. There has been a patch in the meantime that added HMGs and so on. Day of recording is 7th of January 23. And yeah, what else was new? I think the Saxon was new. Yeah, the Saxon is a new command unit. Looks pretty cool. It's yeah, it's very fast, and availability is a bit worse than the Rover. It can shoot a bit, but yeah, it's got a little bit of armor as well. Infantry tab, you get the RMP that's already known. It's only a half group. Military police unit, I think. The Terriers is the territorial reserve. It's only a half group and there's no AT capabilities. So availability is 9, and you can even upvet them quite a bit. The HMG, like I said, has been added to a variety of divisions. They could come in a Saxon, in a Lynx helicopter, or in a Rover. The Lynx helicopter even has a machine gun, but it's one, I think, so yeah, it's on the side, so it's not as good for fighting. You get the Terrier's Leader, which is also new, quite a decent price. AT capable. You get a full squad of Terriers, which is probably better than the gun group. Also, if you compare them, you get twice the strength. Obviously it's more expensive, but you also get AT capability. The machine gun is a little bit worse, but overall I think this is the better option. You can't upvet them. Availability is pretty decent. You get a designated Terriers AT group as opposed to the gun group. They now don't have a machine gun. They do have an anti-rocket launcher. You get the Wombat, which is the AT gun. Looks pretty cool, to be honest. Comes in a Bedford. Then you've got the Milan, that's already known from 1st Armored, and the Milan 2. Here I think it's always better to go for the, you've got slightly worse availability with the Milan 2, but you do get much better penetration. How many rockets? 6 and 6, okay. Then here, like I said, it's an air mobile division, so you get an air mobile leader, which is new. You get an air mobile gun group, which is a full group as opposed to the Terriers gun group. You get regular air mobiles with the law 80, so 20 penetration, which is pretty good. And they come in the Lynx, or can come in the Lynx helicopter. You get some assault pioneers, they are known. You get the new Terrier pioneers. They've got satchel charges, 9 dudes. And your other CQC option is the assault pioneers, also with grenades, and they are already known. So between these two, the Terriers are slightly cheaper. And actually have a little bit more firepower with regards to battle rifles. They've got the worse MG Other than that, very similar. Obviously, you can't upvet the Terriers. And most interestingly, the Assault Pioneers have the better availability. They're one dude less, but 9 of them on one card, and if they're just trained, goes down to 6. So you could have 6 of these or upvetted or just trained these guys. And you've got a Rifles leader, already known, and a Rifle squad, 2 of them. And they can come in Warriors with the Milan. I think all the others could not. They didn't have special transports. So you should consider bringing some of these guys if you want some infantry fighting vehicles. You can also bring some Heimatschützen as a support unit. This is kind of me. You get a Jägerführer, and you even get some Jäger with their Panzerfaust. Then in the artillery tab you have 2 mortar options. One of them is a German Tempeller with 120mm, and then you get 81mm mortars. They could even come in the helicopter, so quite nice. You don't get mobile mortars, which is a bit bad. And you've got some stationary howitzers, rather cheap. Aiming times 26 seconds, 16 seconds, yeah, so availability is okayish, but you also have this fantastic piece of equipment that doesn't even fit on the screen properly. The M107A2. Fantastic range and quite a bit of HE damage and also suppression if you compare, quite the difference here. Yeah, and it's mobile, so I think this is possible your best artillery option. You can't upgrade it. You've got 2 cards, so you could bring 2 of these. In the tank tab, you get the already known Iltis Milan, and what's pretty cool, you get the Rover Milan, and the Rover Milan comes with the Milan 2 rockets, so 24 penetration. You get 2 cards, and I think this is a pretty cool unit. You could even put it to veteran, increase the veterancy and increase the accuracy by that, doing so at the cost of the availability, of course. You also get some basically shit tanks, known from, which one was that, the German, yeah, Territorialkommando Süd. And they are really, really bad. They hardly have any armor. Yeah, it's more against infantry fighting vehicles maybe, as a cheap spam unit. But you do get the Challenger Mark II. 3 cards of Challenger Mark II. And now this is a proper beast. 20 front armor, 19 penetration and 2.2 kilometer range. This is really nice compared to this. They stand no chance. Everything will bounce. They will know nothing will go through if they were to shoot at the Challenger Mark II. You also get, if they even get in range, you also get a leader variant here, only 1 on the card and very, very expensive. Also the Challengers are super expensive, but yeah, you need to make them count. Really good unit. In here you've got the Ferret and the Fox, already known from the first Armored. You get the new Terrier Scouts. They come in the Rover, and somehow I don't think they are that fantastic. 4 dudes only, no AT. You also get Scouts, and you get the new air mobile Scouts. They can come in Lynx or Saxon, so you can also forward deploy them as an air mobile unit. So this is a go-to unit in this deck, I think. So forward deploy them even more than normal Recon units. Then you get the Jägeraufklärer, already known from various divisions. You can bring them in a vehicle as well, if you wanted to, like in an armored vehicle. AA, you get the new and really bad blowpipe. Looks a bit like the Fliegerfaust. 25% accuracy, really, really bad. And well, if you sprinkle them across the map, maybe it can help a bit, or maybe deter the enemy, but it's not very good. Much better is the Javelin, better range, much better accuracy, and the availability is not that much worse. You could even upvet them, increase the accuracy to 69%. Damage is 4 Here it's also 4, so you need to get multiple hits with other units maybe as well. Here you get the Javelin LML, which has the similar range, and but it has a better accuracy and a better rate of fire. So basically it's a better version. Also the availability is increased and it's stationary. So aim time 1 second and salvo length 3. So basically this shoots like these 3 rockets, which I think is pretty cool. It's already known from First Armored, but still I think it's pretty cool. Then you get the Rapier, which is your... no, that's actually not radar. It looked a bit like a radar unit, but it's actually not. Manual guidance. Range is mediocre. Then you get the Rapier. FSA with radar and very decent range. And then you get, again, shitty range with the tracked Rapier, but maybe you can use that and combined with the infantry or the Javelin LML in the front line, and then, you know, that one in the rear, you have enough activation slots. Helicopter-wise, you get a Rocket Gazelle, you get a Lynx, and with ground-to-ground missiles, and good against tanks as well, and you get another Lynx that can also take out tanks. So two against tanks basically, and this one is against infantry as well, or lightly armored vehicles. So you can bring a few of these units. You get quite a few AT options you can bring, and you should, because you only have the Challenger, and the Challenger is very costly. But there's also obviously a Recon helicopter that's worth taking possibly. In the air you get the already known Harrier from the 8th, is it the 8th? No, 2nd Panzer Grenadier Division. But you get new variants here in the Rocket 2 with air-to-ground rockets, with an HE bomber that also comes with some air-to-air missiles. And you get the Rocket 1, air-to-air and air-to-ground missiles, which is kind of like a different version of this one. Same speed. The speed is really bad, but the Rocket 1 has better agility. Other than that, obviously the rocket loadout is better. So I think the Rocket 1 is the more versatile unit because it's got the air-to-air missiles. This is one of your AA planes. But look at this, the range is obviously very, very bad, and it's very slow, so they are more like against helicopters, I think. And your best option against other planes is the Phantom F3, which is a new plane, looks pretty nice, and the range is at least 7 kilometers, so you can work with that. 50% accuracy, speed is good, it's not like a MiG or anything, but still. You probably need it. The Jaguar cluster bomber, I think one of the Jaguars was already in another deck. Yeah, this one. With the HE bombs and air-to-air missiles. The HE1 variant is new. So in your loadout you basically get more but smaller bombs. Other than that it's the same, I think. And then you get a cluster variant. To take out tanks, obviously, with 9 penetration, and if you hit the sides, maybe on the rear or the top, you can take out tanks. Then you get the Tornado GR1, already known from First Armored, support plane. Yeah, that's the division. Very strong tanks. You need to supplement it with other AT options, and you get quite nice infantry actually. So what is my favorite unit here? It has to be a new one. Let me think quickly. What is my favorite unit? My favorite unit is going to be, and it has to be a new one, it's going to be difficult. It's going to be the Rover Milan, because I think this can be really nasty against good tanks. So let me know what you think. In the next video I will show you my deck. And thanks a lot for watching. Until then, bye for now.